What's up, guys? Welcome back to Views. All right, Jay, take it away. This is going to be probably Jason's favorite podcast of all time.
Well, it's a story that has everything, David.
Yes.
It's got everything. It's got the cartel.
You had me at cocaine.
It's got cocaine.
Yes.
Got a lot of that.
And this is Owen Hansen. He's the star of a new documentary on Amazon that I just watched called Cocaine Quarterback. Dave, his story is insane.
Okay, so now that I'm seeing you, I think I've seen, is it clipped a lot on TikTok?
That's what I hear.
Basically, Dave, he was a quarterback for USC.
Tight end.
You were tight end.
The reason they call it cocaine quarterback because they say I was the quarterback for the cartel as far as the logistics,
right?
Handling the logistics, which is true. I was the shot caller.
So he's at USC. He's part of 2 national championships, right? Which is insane.
How long ago was this? Paint the picture for me.
2003 to 2005, when I played on the football team, won the back-to-back national championships.
Big years with like Reggie Bush.
Matt Leinart was a quarterback. He was dating Paris Hilton. Reggie Bush was our running back. He was dating Kim Kardashian.
Wow. Okay.
We were like the fucking team.
Wait, what? At USC?
Yes.
And there's no professional football
Who
in
were you
LA.
dating? Just
I was
everybody?
just dating every sorority girl that like glow.
That's really funny. Wow. Okay. So what an incredible team.
And there's no LA football at that time. There's no NFL in LA. So like the USC game is everything for people in LA. Yeah. And
We had like Snoop Dogg there, Denzel Washington, Will Ferrell.
I mean, I think the main starting point is he's on this national team. And they're like doing great, and he graduates college, and he's like, all his buddies are going on to play in the NFL, big contracts, and he's like, what the fuck am I going to do, right?
What the fuck am I going to do to fit in, right?
Wow.
My fraternity brothers are getting $1 million contracts with their dads because they own the company. My teammates are making $20 million contracts playing in the NFL. I was like, man, I know all these athletes and I know all these rich kids. I'm going to become a bookie.
Wow.
And so when I had these clients, I'd bring all the athletes and they're like, man, we're betting on these guys, watching them play on Sundays, and we're here hanging out, drinking a beer with them. So everyone's like, man, you're the best bookie ever.
Oh, that's awesome.
And
a lot of these connections were through USC.
Through USC, yeah. And then I got so big, I said, you know what, let's turn this up a notch. Let's make this Beto Dog international. I want to go worldwide. And unbeknownst to me, I went international, and one of my agents ended up getting a cartel, a lieutenant for the cartel. I'm not going to name the cartel, but he ended up getting this lieutenant gambling with me. And the guy, the first week, lost $250,000, and he paid me in cash.
Wow.
The next week, $240,000. He paid me in cash.
And where is this happening? In LA still?
I'm getting paid in the U.S., in L.A. I'm living in the Hollywood Hills. This guy's in Mexico. I don't know where. I don't care. I'm just getting these bags of cash dropped off. I don't care anything about it. I'm just like, wow, this is a VIP customer. Let's make him, keep him happy.
So this is your first taste of the cartel was through your gambling?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And then what happened was he finally hit for, I think it was like $220,000. He hit a 5-team parlay with the Raiders on a Sunday. And I remember I called the bookie that brought him in. And I said, hey, this guy's going to hit. We got to pay him right away. He goes, why? I said, if we pay him on Monday, he's going to see that we're legit. And if we pay him on Monday, no bookies pay on Mondays. They wait till like Thursday. So we paid him Monday morning at 8 a.m. And the guy was like, wow, who is this bookie? Like, he wanted to know about me. Right?
Wow.
So he sent this agent, this sub bookie, an encrypted phone. And he gave him this encrypted phone and says, whoever that bookie is, I want to talk to him. And for your viewers that can't see the encrypted phone, it's basically a BlackBerry, and it has no microphone, has no camera, and no GPS. It's basically an email. And it's just this BlackBerry, and there's 3 passwords, and you get into it, and this cartel member says, I like the way you do business.
What, are you texting with him or calling with him?
You can't call. The microphone's taken out.
Oh,
you can't
shit.
even dial out. It's just it's basically an email, and that's it.
Oh, it's just to him?
Yeah, it's just to him, direct contact, no one else.
Oh, my God.
And he says, I like the way you do business. He goes, I've never seen a bookie pay someone on a Monday. He goes, can you help me out? And like I said, I was this concierge. Like, I was willing to do anything for anybody that gambled with me, especially if you're a whale. So whatever this guy wants, I'm willing to do. He's like, hey, I need help dropping off money in the United States to help pay for some of my stash houses and whatnot. I'm like, okay, whatever you need. He's like, to incentivize it, every time you drop off money, I'm going to give you 10% return on your money. And I got money everywhere because I'm this big bookie in the U.S., so I got money in every state. So he'll be like, hey, I need $100,000 dropped off at a stash house in San Diego. I'm like, 2 hours later, I have it dropped off. One of my workers drops it off. He goes, all right, good work. Where do you want 110,000 wired? Because he's paying me 10%.
Sure.
Wow.
I'm like, I want 110 wired to Costa Rica because that's where my sports gambling office is. So now I'm just like laundering money for this cartel.
Wow.
And then he goes,
how are you feeling about this initially?
I feel good. 10% on your money. That's a great return on your money, right? Like, like what am I doing illegal? Like, I'm not breaking the law.
Right.
I'm just a hustler. And then he goes, this is when I really knew he was with the cartel. He sent me an encrypted message saying, hey, I need you to pick up $1 million cash, and it's in Texas. We're not welcome there. It's with our rival. It's our rival's neighborhood. So this cartel I work for couldn't go in that area. So I had to fly over there, pick up $1 million cash, and fly it back. And he gave me $100,000.
That's ridiculous.
So I'm 24 years old. I've never been on a private plane, but I'm calling all these people, hey, I need a private plane. I pay the private plane $20,000, and I pick it up, and I make $80,000 off the transaction in less than 8 hours. I'm like, man, this is fucking awesome. Wow. And I just keep chasing this fucking rush, right? And I'm like, okay.
Transaction went totally fine.
Yeah, he's
Smooth.
like, man, he goes, Wedo, you do amazing work. He goes, I've never seen someone work so good. And
What's
like,
Wedo?
Wedo means in Spanish, white boy. Like a little like pale skin.
Yeah.
Like
This guy's just fucking gassing you up, ready to take you to the next level.
just
He's doing his job,
massaging it,
though.
right? He knows what
Yeah.
he's doing.
Yeah.
But I'm having fun.
Yeah.
Right? Like a son of a construction worker making $100,000 a day. That's unheard of.
100%.
Right?
Yeah.
And then he says, you're doing really well. How would you like to make $1 million a day
Wow.
and do the same thing you're doing in America, but in Australia? And I'm like, $1 million a day? Like, fuck, I've never even seen $1 million besides this one on the plane. And he goes, I got product in Australia and I need you to move it. And I'm like, what kind of product? He's like, I got cocaine. And I got cocaine by the ton.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was like,
Wow.
fuck.
Already sitting in Australia.
So I'm not in Australia yet. I'm
Yeah.
in America, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, okay, how am I going to figure this one out? Right? Like,
Wait, you've got to get cocaine into Australia, which is tough.
It's already in. It's already
Oh.
sitting in there. Sorry, that's what you
Okay.
asked. It's
Yeah.
already sitting there, and he needs me to move it. He doesn't have the clientele, and he needs me to move the money around. So I'm like, I'm going to figure it out. $1 million a day, right?
Interesting.
So I literally reached out to every contact I had, and eventually it was a USC contact that his brother was in the international weed business. And I met him, and I said, dude, I need someone that's international that has some kind of tie with the cocaine business. He's like, I'll introduce you to this guy, but he's an old Italian gangster. I don't know if he might be retired. And I literally meet this international kingpin we used to work for the Lucchese family, which is a mob in New York. And this Italian guy I meet in San Diego, and he's like, hey, I'm not talking anything in America. He goes, I've been arrested, indicted, and I'm not talking in the U.S. I'm not going to talk on U.S. soil. So I fly to Naples, Italy. I'm like, holy shit, what have I gotten myself into? But I'm still thinking about that $1 million a day.
Yeah.
Is there any part of you that was scared to go into this line of work?
Listen, my idea was I was just going to not touch it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not
Right,
gonna
like
be-
you're just an accounting guy.
I'm just going to be the guy that goes, okay, you touch that and you grab that, and
Sure.
then I'll handle the money
Okay.
from here. Like
Yeah.
that's how my mindset was
No,
working.
you're not
Like
guilty.
what's
now in
what's
my
wrong
opinion.
with that? I'm just a banker. I finally flew to Italy, and he literally laughed at me. He says, "You're fucking out of your mind, kid. There's no way in hell anybody has cocaine in Australia. It's impossible. It's the hardest place in the world to get it into.
Yeah, we've
You know,
been there. It is tough.
It's fucking $300 a gram, and it tastes like shit. Right?
They just have the strictest laws,
Dude,
right?
yeah, very
Not
strict.
good there.
2.5 kilos or more, and you got a life sentence.
Wow.
Wow, really?
Wow.
So I said, fuck, I was thinking about that $1 million a day, Natalie. I said, man, what am I going to do to get that money,
Sounds
right?
pretty
Like,
good.
I'm determined now.
But
He's-
you're tasked with one of the hardest things in the world that other people can't do.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, the
Like,
cartel's
no one's been
asking
able to
me.
figure it out.
Yeah.
Like how to get drugs in there.
Well, no, the drugs are in there. It's just getting the money out, which is why I'm confused. Like, how did the cartel get the drugs in there?
So what happened was, what I found out was one of their networks over there got busted. So he had to call in a favor.
Oh, okay.
So he called Mr. fucking Mover, me, Shaker and Baker, that's in California fucking hustling. And he's like, hey, do you have anyone in Australia? I'm like, fuck. When he said $1 million a day, I said, yeah, I got someone over there.
Sure,
Yeah, like, I lied to him.
Yeah.
And I figured it out, right? I literally fly to Australia, and this Italian, he says, he's not believing me. He's like, I'm not going over there until you see it with your own eyes. And I got there, and I call him. I go, I see it. I didn't see it. I lied. I'm like, it's here. You got to get back. Get over here. Hurry up. And he's like, all right, I'm coming. And he comes, and El Jefe, this cartel boss goes, all right, Wedo. He says, go get a hotel at the Four Seasons. It's in Sydney. He says, as soon as you get a room there, I want you to give me the room number, and I'll have a package dropped off for you. So I tell this Italian gangster, I said, come on, we're getting a room in Sydney. at the Four Seasons. And we get there and we're in room 428. And I put the Italian in the room next to me, 426. And I tell El Jefe, I said, hey, 428. And like 10 minutes later, there's a package dropped off. This guy's wearing like a DHL outfit. And he drops off this box. And I'm so nervous. I'm like knocking. Hey, fucking get over here. Like, hurry up. Like, I don't want to touch this shit. Yeah. This is a life sentence. I was freaking out. And he opens up the package and there's 10 kilos of pure cocaine. And we're like, holy shit. And the gangster looks at me and goes, you weren't lying, kid. And he literally sliced it up.
I'm sorry, 10 kilos to pounds, just so I can.
So a kilo is 2.2 pounds. So that's 22 pounds of cocaine.
Wow.
And we're talking big money. A kilo, just wholesale, to keep in mind, is 150,000 per kilo.
Wow. Oh shit!
So I'm sitting on 1.5 million. Now that's wholesale. Retail on that's over 5 million. So I have 1,000 grams in each kilo.
Yeah.
So I have what is that? 10,000 grams sitting there. If that breaks you down for your viewers. So literally this Italian gangster says, give me a half an hour. And he came back and he had a bag of cash, $1.5 million. And $1 million was for me and 500,000 was for him. And he couldn't believe it. He's like, man, he says, son, you were not lying. He goes, now, how do we get some more, right? And so I'm on this encrypted phone, and I'm messaging El Jefe, and I said, hey, I got the $1 million that was owed for us. He says, well, I'll have 20 more dropped off tomorrow, right? So now we have
20 more kilos?
44 pounds of cocaine. And
all from the Four Seasons.
All from the Four Seasons, and the next day, another 20 kilos, and the next day, another 20 kilos. Now I'm getting 2 million, 2 million, 2 million, and it's just getting dumped on me. And $1 million goes to me, and $1 million goes to this cartel boss because we're splitting it. I'm like, holy shit. And now I'm thinking, okay, where do you want to pick it up? He says, just keep it at your apartment. I'm staying at this apartment in Darling Harbor. And I got this little studio, probably the size of this fucking movie room we're in.
I know, it's not the biggest movie room. Okay?
So I'm fucking panicking. I'm putting money in my cupboards of the kitchen. I got my dishwasher stacked with millions. I got my microwave full of millions.
You have the cash and you're having the kilos delivered to you, right?
No. So I'm holding the cash in my actual apartment, and the kilos are just literally coming to me within 30 seconds. I'm giving it to this Italian gangster.
Oh,
and
okay.
he's cashing it out. He has the contacts to buy the product.
Okay, so he comes about the same time the kilos come to you?
Yeah, no, he's next door. I put him right next door because I don't want to move with it. I don't want to transport the coke anywhere. I'm so fucking scared. I literally held that coke for 30 seconds and it was out of my hands.
Okay.
Now I'm like, okay, I'm sitting on like 10 million in my apartment. I got it everywhere. And I'm literally laying on my bed going, what am I going to do? Like, okay, hey, El Jefe, I'm messaging him. Okay, when are you going to have some people pick this up? And he goes, Wedo, did you forget? He goes, I'm paying you $1 million a day. It's your job to figure out how to get the money out of Australia. I'm like, oh, shit.
Oh, wow. Jay, you know what I love doing when I'm not doing the pod?
Going on the SeatGeek app.
How did you know? It literally feels like he's reading my mind sometimes.
Yeah.
What am I thinking about right now? 3, 2, 1.
SeatGeek app.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is why I want to give the sponsor of today's video, SeatGeek, a huge shout out. Jay, fill in the blanks. Let's just see how well you know this ad.
Yeah.
With over blank million downloads.
Oh my God. With over 500 million downloads.
35 million downloads. SeatGeek is the blank
premier
#1 rated ticketing app. There are more than blank events listed on SeatGeek.
4,000.
70,000, including concerts, sports, festivals, and more. Jake, you know you can go on SeatGeek. They give you a rating of the price of a ticket from 1 to 10, so you know you're getting a good deal. You look for the green. The green dots mean good, and then the red dots mean bad. With the holiday season just around the corner, I mean, the best gift you could get somebody is an experience. So I think
it's the best gift.
So give somebody concert tickets because they'll remember it forever. So you can give the gift of tickets this year and use code VIEWS10 for 10% off your SeatGeek tickets. That's 10% off tickets with promo code VIEWS10. So you make sure you click the link in the description to download the app, have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. Thank you, SeatGeek. That's code VIEWS10 for 10% off tickets.
You know what happens here, right?
Yeah, what happened?
So I literally start thinking of ideas, and I'm sending money back in gold coins. I'm putting them in Ugg boots. At the time, Uggs were really popular, so I'm putting gold coins in the bottom of the Ugg boots. I'm sending Ugg boots out. Euro notes, the $500 Euro note at the time was worth like $750, and I'm putting them in comic books and mailing them to P.O. boxes.
Well, how much money can you fit in an Ugg boot?
Exactly. That's $12,000 in gold. It's not even putting a dent.
Oh, what?
It's nothing. And so I'm like, fuck, what am I going to do?
And this is over how long are you in Australia?
This is like this. I'm only in there a month. I'm sitting on 10 million in a month.
Jesus. Oh, that's really crazy.
Yeah. So I'm like panicking.
Got to buy real estate in Australia.
I thought of real estate, but I thought of like what could go faster. Like we need something fast because the Coke keeps coming in, and I had to like stop everything because I need to figure out how am I going to get the money out. You can't just get a private plane. They check.
Right.
You can't get a boat. They check. So I'm like, okay, a gambler. I need a blackjack player. I need someone to come that plays on the tables they can play. That's someone that's like a high roller. I found a high roller in Las Vegas who's very known for blackjack, and he agreed to do it for 25%. So his idea was he's going to come over. He's going to have his casino host from Vegas call the casino in Australia. They're going to say, hey, I got a high roller coming over to Sydney, Australia. He has a bunch of cash. He wants to gamble and play some blackjack at the Star Casino. So this guy arrives in Sydney, Australia, and I give him $1.5 million, and him and I made an agreement. Whatever he gets, he cleans it through the casinos, and I pay him 25% commission. So he's got these casino chips, and he's literally playing a couple hands at a time, 20,000 here, 20,000 there, and he's playing, and he tells the blackjack dealer, hey, you know what? I'm not feeling it. Cash me out.
Sure.
So what do? They give him back his chips. He takes his chips to the cage, and he says, hey, I'm not feeling it. I'm going to go back to Vegas. I'm not feeling it. So what do? They issue him a check. Now, in Vegas, there's a sister casino called the Venetian, which is the same casino owners as the Star Casino in Australia. So now he has a check for the Venetian. He flies back to Vegas with his check for $1.5 million, and he says, hey, I'm here. I'm Mr. High Roller. This is so they give him chips, cash, whatever he wants. He just laundered the money just like that. He brought it from Australia into the U.S. for me. Took his commission. He calls me in the U.S. He says, hey, I got your money minus my commission. Boom, he paid me cash. Everything was gravy. I was like, sweet, this dude's the man. He says, can we do it again? I said, absolutely. He comes back. I give him a suitcase of $2.5 million this time. 24 hours, he calls me. He says, we got a problem. I go, what do you mean we got a problem? He goes, I just lost $2.5 million on the blackjack table. I said, wait. No. I said, wait a minute here. You didn't have any $2.5 million to lose. You had $2.5 million and you had a 25% commission. That's all you could lose. I said, what do you mean you lost? So literally I have this personal trainer / bodyguard with me. And I said, dude, we're going to the casino. We got to figure out what the hell happened. And we put on these 3-piece suits. We look like these fucking gangsters. And we show up there and this guy's shaking like a leaf. And we're like, dude, I think he really lost it. He's nervous. And he's like, oh, no, I lost it, man. I got $300,000 left at the hotel room. I said, you know what? You're going to go get the $300,000 and you're going to get your passport and you're going to bring it back right now because I don't trust you and I need that $300,000 because I'm panicking now. Like, this is not even my money.
Yeah.
He says, okay, I'll go get the 300 and I'll get my passport. I said, okay. I said, meet us at the Hilton Hotel. I'm going to get a room there, and I'm going to call you in an hour with the room number. I want you to come to that hotel room and come to that hotel, and we're going to figure this out right now because you're not leaving. You're staying here until we resolve this. And he's scared, right? He's nervous. Unbeknownst to me, he calls the cops, and he says, hey, there's a guy at the Hilton Hotel that has a gun in his room.
Oh, my God.
Yes, okay. Wow. So we call him, and we tell him, hey, we're in 3026, and that's the room number. We expect you to come. He hasn't came for like 4 hours. So now we're like, fuck it. Let's go back to my studio. I said, we'll just go back. We'll just chill, pop a couple Xanax, drink some wine, and just wait for this guy to call. So we get back to my apartment, and my bodyguard / trainer's there. And I go, hey, I'm going to give you $700,000. And when that guy comes with the 300, that's going to make it an even million. I said, let's just take the million, just take it to your house so we can just stash it away. I'm kind of scared now.
Yeah.
I'm paranoid. And he's like, all right. So I send him back with the $700,000, and he goes back to the hotel room thinking this guy's going to come eventually with the $300,000. But like I said, remember, he called the police, so we don't know this. He gets back to the hotel room, and right when he gets there, there's 4 police waiting for him. They're like, we had a call from an American that you had a gun in your room. We need to go to your room and check the room.
Oh, shit.
But for the meantime, we need to search your suitcase, sir. They open it up, and there's $700,000 there. So now I just lost $700,000 and $2.5 million of the cartel's money within 24 hours.
Oh my God.
I'm like, holy shit. And now I'm panicking, like full-blown panicking. Like, what am I going to do? How am I going to get this back?
Yeah.
I need to get out of Australia. The shit's going to hit the fan soon.
You're not close enough to this cartel guy to just literally explain to him what happened?
No, listen, I can't even call the guy. I'm on a fucking encrypted cell phone. I can't even get a fucking FaceTime.
Cafe, we've played pickleball before.
Yeah.
We're tight, right?
Yeah. So now I'm literally panicking, man. I'm like, okay, I got to get back to America. And El Jefe, he literally texts me. He doesn't know I've lost his money. He goes, hey, I need you to drop off $3 million. I'm like, oh shit. I write him back. I said, I need to see you in person. He says, all right, well, I can't come to America. So he's a wanted man. I'm like, all right. He goes, you got to come to Mexico. I'm like, okay, this is it. I'm dead. I'm dying. I'm going into this meeting, and at least I'm going in. I know I'm going to get killed. I'm going to get killed right there, and it's over with, right? I don't have to worry. Wow. So that was what my mindset. This is where you asked if I was scared. I was scared.
Yeah.
Did you fly private?
No, I drove. It was 2.5 hours to Tijuana.
I drove. I
took 5 Xanax. Took 5 Xanax, 3 bumps of cocaine, a shot of GHB, and like 3 Vicodin. I said, if I get shot, I'm gonna at least go down in peace. Right?
Were you hoping you were going to crash the car before?
No, I was just.
Were there
hoping,
any thoughts of suicide at this point?
No, I figured I was going to get killed, so that was close enough. Like I could have ran from him.
No, 100%.
Yeah,
that's what my mind said. Okay, I run from him. And then I'm worried my whole life. That's worse. Or I just go and face the music, and if he kills me, he kills me.
Wow. I would think the worst, though, like you're going to get like tortured or something when you're there.
That, but listen.
But yeah, like death wouldn't scare me. Death would be like the best case scenario in this story.
In this situation.
But like going to Cartel seems like he's going to feed me my own penis.
Right.
Like it just feels like something really bad can happen.
Listen, my mindset was literally like if this guy sees I'm telling the truth, maybe he'll want to do business with me.
You're right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like that's kind of the person I am, as long as I be honest and put my thinking cap on, right?
Yeah. Honesty is the best policy, even with the Cartel.
Yeah, so I told him, I sat down, literally, this is so crazy. You remember this, Jason. I literally crossed this Mexican border, and I got picked up by his sicarios. A sicario is basically a hitman for the cartel. Mm-hmm. And he had this bulletproof vehicle that picked me up. They rolled down the window, and they said, get in the car. And I got in this car, this bulletproof Suburban. There was a driver with a holster, and he had a handgun. And then when I turned around behind me, there was 2 sicarios with AK-47s and bulletproof jackets. I was like, this is it. They're going to just kill me, and then they're going to just take my body, and I'm done, right? Like, it's over. They didn't kill me right there. They drive, and sure enough, we get on this toll road, and there's another vehicle, bulletproof Suburban, and then right behind us, a bulletproof Hummer. And we have this like motor what do they call
it?
Motorcade. It's the first time I've had a motorcade since the when we played at USC football. I was like, God, this is a hell of a lot different experience than the last motorcade I had. This time it's with the Cartel. So we literally get into this restaurant called Puerto Nuevo, and it's a lobster town. And we get in there, and this restaurant, world famous restaurant, is shut down. Like no one's there. Wow. Like I'm like, why is it shut down? Like this place is usually packed. He had the restaurant shut down. He had his 6 sicarios at the table, all with guns. He had 2 sicarios behind me with the AK-47s.
Oh my God.
And I literally faced this dude straight in the eyes. I looked at him and I just fucking spilt the beans. Dude, I fucking had 1.5. He cleaned it. Remember I gave you the $1 million that day? He goes, yeah. And then I had 2.5, and I said, the fucking guy lost it. He goes, I know. He read all the articles in Australia.
Oh, wow.
He did his homework. This was already in the newspaper in Australia. He knew everything about me. He knew where I lived. He knew where my girlfriend lived. He knew everything. He says, you don't owe me $3.2 million anymore. I'm charging you interest. You owe me $4 million. But I'm not going to kill you because you owe me $4 million and you now work for the cartel.
Wow.
And I said, holy shit, I'm fucking live, man. I was so fucking happy. I said, I fucking made it. These fucking 2 guys behind me are not going to shoot me today. I was so fired up, man. I was like, fuck yes, I'm fucking going to live. He goes, listen, what's going to happen? I said, what? He says, you're going to go back to your gambling business. He says, for 2 years, you're taking off. I said, why? He says, because that fucking rat that called the cops I'm worried about him. He says, that guy's going to be a problem. Mm-hmm. And he goes, take 2 years off, run your sports betting business. It's not that bad. It's not really illegal. It's a gray area. He says, if the cops want to bust you for that, who cares? You'll do a couple years, right? I'm like, okay, I respect that. But he says, after 2 years, you're going to work. You're going to pay me off.
Wow.
And I remember I literally working the sports betting and just thinking like, how the fuck am I going to do this? And this was the kicker. He says, you're no longer going to have my cocaine in Australia. You're going to use my cocaine in America, and you're going to figure out your own way to get it into Australia. This is where we get creative.
Oh,
like,
God,
fuck,
damn.
how the fuck am I going to get
like
cocaine in
death would be
Australia?
better
Like,
than
that's
that.
the hardest place in the world, right?
It's an incredible story. Is it not? I mean, like,
Yeah, no.
what?
Wild. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, let me think about this one, Owen. You fucking did this one. So I'm like, how the fuck for 2 years, literally, I'm stressing. Like, how am I going to get it in there? And I go to meet this guy I did a little business with in Australia that helped me with the money. He was this kingpin from Australia. So I went to that Rolodex and I told the guy, hey, I can't come to Australia. You got to meet me somewhere else. So he met me in Fiji. So I go meet him. This is the kicker. I go meet him and I tell him, listen, I'm in the cartel, $4 million I owe him. I said, I'm going to get the product in America and I got to figure out a way to get it into your country. And then once I get into your country, I'll let you move it. You move it all. He's like, all right, well, how are you going to get it in? And literally I'm fucking like, how the fuck am I going to get it in? And like, we were drinking wine, right? White wine in Fiji. We saluted. And I went like that, and the light bulb went off. I said, I'm going to bring it. That's it. I'm going to bring cocaine in through wine bottles. He goes, how are you going to do that? I said, do you have a chemist? He goes, yeah, I got a chemist. I said, I'm going to turn it into liquid form, and I need your chemist to break it back and turn it back into powder.
Oh, wow.
He's like, fuck, well, let's try it, right? So I fly back to America. I literally get into this bathtub, and I tell El Jefe, bring me 10 kilos. He brings me 10 kilos, and I pour this, it's called Everclear. It's an alcohol that's 150 proof, and it's clear alcohol. So I order like 12 bottles of this Everclear, and I'm dumping it in this bathtub, and then I have El Jefe's 12 kilos, and I'm breaking it down, and I have this like ore that's used for like a paddleboard, and I'm fucking in this bathtub, fucking breaking down this cocaine and turning it into liquid. And then I call one of my workers that work for me, and I said, hey, go get me 2 cases of the darkest bottle you can find in Napa Valley. It has to be a white wine. I said, it has to be white wine, but I want the bottle to be like black if you can find that. And we're literally just dumping this wine down the drain. And then I got this funnel, and I'm putting the funnel inside these wine bottles, and I'm filling it up with this liquid cocaine now.
Wow.
It's like this creamy white cocaine pasty.
Wow.
It's liquid.
Yeah. Not the consistency of wine at all.
Not consistency. I don't care, right? It's just liquid. We know that. The bottle's going to shake like wine. And then I packaged it exactly how it came, and I made this fucking runner of mine go back to Napa Valley, and I said, you're going to ship this wine exactly from that city that the wine came from.
Wow.
And put for the return address, that address of the winery. And then we're going to send it to a wine store in Australia that's going to receive it. Because my buddy had a wine store that could receive it.
Oh, wow. That was great.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So lucky. It came into Australia. The wine store got it. My buddy said, bro, it made it. He says, that was fucking awesome. He goes, this is insane. I don't know how you pulled it off, but it worked. So it showed
impossible, Dave. Like no one can get drugs into
impossible.
Australia.
So he's like, bro, this is insane. Like you fucking did it. And I was literally like, Dave, I was like, okay, I'm gonna live. I'm gonna live.
I mean, you're gonna thrive.
Yeah. So he literally said, hey, the chemist brought it back, and we have 9.5 kilos. So it was 95% basically the quality of cocaine.
Oh wow.
Because he was able to bring all of it back.
Did anything change? Did it get diluted a little bit?
No. I mean, we lost 5%. What happens?
95% of the amount, or the
So like a kilo has 1,000 grams, and we got 950 grams out of a kilo.
Oh wow, okay.
But it's nothing. I mean, it's peanuts compared to, because he's pressing it back into kilo. I sold it to him for $1 million, and I kept 50 towards my cut and 50 towards El Jefe's cut. So literally, we just started.
You're still getting a cut of your own here.
Yeah, like I'm making my percentage, and it's going towards him. But the problem is now we have to figure out a way to clean the money and get it back. Because remember how hard it was.
Oh my God.
So my kingpin over there is literally doing it very slowly. We don't know this, but the guy that called the cops is now working with the FBI. We don't know this, though, so we're just got to keep your viewers on. Just keep that in the back of your mind. The FBI has been watching me this whole time. I don't know this. The FBI actually flies to Australia and goes on a yacht party where my kingpin contact in Australia is. They start drinking. They start fucking doing lines of coke. Not the FBI, but my guys. And these FBI agents infiltrate them, not knowing they're FBI agents, but they're like, hey, mate, we're in the money laundering business. We do it for a living. We're Swiss bankers, right?
Wow.
Yeah, no one knows about this. You guys don't know about this because they don't tell about it on the documentary. So these guys are literally playing my boys over there like, fuck, you're in the money laundering business? Man, what a perfect timing. Like,
Did they know? Did the FBI know that you guys were looking for money laundering, or was this a coincidence?
Yes, no, they knew.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they had our phones, wires, taps, and they're watching our movement for many years, for like 4 years. So they know we're having trouble getting the money back. So they went over there to act like they're these money laundering Swiss bankers.
Oh my God.
Is crazy.
And that's not in the
It's
doc.
genius. No, it's in my book,
Yeah.
The California Kid, but it's not in the doc. They send these guys over. They're American guys. They go golf with me in San Diego.
Oh my God.
Fucking 3 guys. One guy says he's a Swiss banker. The other guy says he's a captain. The other guy says he has accounts in Hong Kong, right? And he does banking.
Wow. Are they cool?
Cool as could be, man. They're fucking popping. Dude, they're popping Vicodin with me. They're drinking fucking tequila. And they're gambling on sports on my website.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is one of the boys, right?
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. I'm like,
Are you
fuck
doing
it.
blow with them or no?
They won't do blow. I should have figured that one out, huh? Like, do a bump, you motherfucker. Right? That's how you find out.
Yeah.
Do this bump
It's
right
legit.
now. Like,
Were you doing coke around them?
oh yeah.
And
Dude, I did.
They just said we don't.
No, we don't. We just do the Vicodin. They were taking Vicodin though. That's what amazed me.
Huh.
You know,
Wow.
you gotta think about it. Vicodin, they could get a prescription for. I'll tell you, this should have been the test. If you ever think someone's an FBI agent,
Yeah.
this should have been the test. I took him to a strip. I asked him to go to a strip club, and this is how I figured it out. I was in Miami with him, and I said, "Hey, do you want to go to the strip club?" I said, "My buddy owns it." And they're like, "Oh no, man, we're good." I'm like, "Fuck, are you guys gay? Like, what do you mean you don't want to go to the strip club? Like,
It's a red flag.
like, dude, like, I was like, what do you mean, bro? I'm like,
Wait, you didn't go to the club last
Dude.
week.
I may be an FBI agent.
Like, listen,
You're undercover.
I'm
Hey,
here
wear
to
that
get more
pink-
stories that weren't in the doc. I don't know.
exactly. So I'm like, dude, something's wrong here. Like, they're not going to the strip club with me, right? So I'll tell you why they didn't go to the strip club, because I saw it years later in my discovery. They didn't go to the strip club because when you go to the strip club, you get a lap dance. And what does a stripper do? They rub on you. And these guys were wearing wires. Every conversation had a wire on them.
Wow.
So the reason they didn't go to the strip club, my lawyer said, is because when they take your shirts off at the strip club, they're going to be exposed. Their wires are going to be all there.
Wow.
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 Yeah. So they got to think about those little things.
Were you at 11?
How did you know that's where I was at?
That's
Hell
Natalie's
yeah.
club.
I love 11.
Yeah, 11's the best.
Dude, 11 is awesome.
That's really funny.
Dude, fucking
That's
giving me
hilarious.
goosebumps. Think about it.
So what, go to,
Giving me goosebumps thinking about it.
Bringing me back.
so the point in the doc that I love is when you actually pay the money back
I pay him back. So this
and you
is-
you have a choice.
Yeah, he gives me the choice. El Jefe, the boss, says, "What do you want to do?" I paid him back finally. We're using this money laundering guys now. We're using them all the time. These guys that were golfing with me.
Wait, sorry. You're using the FBI agents?
Yeah, we remember we don't know. They're money laundering.
Right, but
They're literally. I'm dropping off $500,000 in Australia in cash with their network, and they're coming to America and they're golfing with me. And these agents are giving me $500,000 cash minus their cut. I don't know.
well, so the government is just in on
they're-
it until
government's
they
in on
can
it.
bust you big time.
Yeah, so they're waiting for me.
That's fucking
yeah.
crazy.
That's
So they're
wild.
dude, we're golfing for 6 months straight, like giving them
God.
millions of dollars a month, dropping off money for gambling, dropping off money for the drugs.
Were you more
everything.
upset that you got busted or that you lost your golfing buddies?
No, listen, I'll tell you, I was actually relieved. Where were we going?
But you did have you had a choice,
the El
right?
Jefe, I paid him back. Literally, I paid him back the $4 million, and he's like, "It's over. Like, what do you want to do?" I mean, how can you say no
Yeah, right.
to $1 million a day, right? Like,
Right.
and I felt like, to bring up your point, Jason, I felt like I owed these guys, right? They gave me another chance at life. Like, I should have been killed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when he had those guys behind me, like I should have been dead. And I was like, you know what? I started to feel like I owed him.
Yeah, like Stockholm syndrome almost. Yeah.
Like, you know what? Like I was so like these guys looked after me, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, let's keep going. Like I said, let's keep going. I like this.
I think it's incredible what you can accomplish when your life is on the line.
When your life's on the line.
When your life's on the line, it's just like, fuck.
Dude, it's funny you say
anything.
that. It's because like I started this ice cream business from nothing. and
Yeah, we
people-
should say
people-
Owen has an ice cream business called Ice Protein.
Yeah, California Ice Protein.
And everyone loves it. It's fantastic. It's
Incredible.
15 grams of
Especially
protein.
after you melt it down and you
yeah,
turn it
melt
back
it.
into cocaine.
You better eat that, Jason. Fuck it before that fucking melts.
Alex Ernst is raving.
Hey, listen,
Yeah, we're all off bouncing off the walls after eating
I literally went,
cocaine ice cream.
that's going to be a fucking shake by the time you eat it.
Sorry. I'm going to buy it right now.
Okay, so then
So I literally paid back the cartel, and they asked me, like, what do you want to do now? And I was like, fuck it, let's keep running it.
What would you do, Dave?
Dave, $1 million a day, private planes, chicks, fucking yachts.
He gets chicks now.
I'm confused though.
Don't be confused.
Because you're doing $1 million a day, but it took 6 months to pay back. So are you back to $1 million a day?
You got to remember, when you make that $1 million a day, you got to remember there's commissions involved, there's exchanges, there's percentages, and you see how long it takes us to get the money back.
Yeah.
Like literally, like when I make $1 million El Jefe is getting half of that, right? So it's making $1 million cash, but by the time we divvy it up and by the time it gets back, I mean, it literally took a month to get money back. So you're not seeing it like every day like that. You know what I mean? Like, but you're stacking your chips.
Yeah, cartel's like one of my biggest fears. So I don't actually know. I feel like I'd probably.
But what if they say,
unless I like the guy?
Well, listen,
it was Jefe cool.
I mean, cool for the day I met him, but the day he flew me back to bring girls from Hollywood over, I'd be like, he liked the party. Like hey, bring some of those American girls over.
Yeah. Did you ever see anything extremely cartel-y?
I mean, I saw it not actual like physically, but I saw like one of his guys had to end up killing someone over a 100-kilo bust. There's this guy that worked for him that provided him 100 kilos, and the kilos were cut with drywall. And the guy that provided him was one of his best workers. It was like equivalent to me, but in Mexico.
Yeah.
And he told the worker, he said, listen, whoever gave you this, it's either you're going to kill him or I'm going to kill you. And I was there that day, and he's like, you know what to do. And literally the guy came back and said, he's done. I took care of him. Like,
wow.
So it's like, these guys are powerful, right?
Wow.
Like,
so are you like his guy in the U.S.?
I was his guy, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Does he live in a nice house? What's the?
Well, he had houses everywhere, man.
Is he scary?
20, no. I mean, listen, he's not scary to me because he's a regular person. Like, he's your height, but he has so much power. Like, his he's
a perfect size.
He's really tiny.
No, he's short. Like,
he's not scary to me. He's beauty like
hey,
you.
Listen, he's got the power he has, like, with all the Sicarios and these private securities and just the army he has behind him. Like,
yeah.
Like, that's scary to me, no doubt.
I have more questions. I just don't want to step on the rest of the story. So
literally, I go back to work for him, and I just keep making money. And I have these golfers literally cleaning my money. And finally, I remember El Jefe's like, dude, these guys that are cleaning your money, there's no way they're cleaning it for half the price of everyone else. He says, that's a red flag. Mm. We used to pay 25%. This guy is doing it for 12%.
Wow.
He says, that's a red flag. And I said, well, they're doing good. Who cares? Let's keep doing it, right? That was my point, right? And I messaged him that night. I said, hey, I'm going golfing tomorrow with him at 7:00 to discuss our next money transfer of the $500,000 we just landed in Australia. And he said, "You're not going golfing with your money laundering guys. Those are the feds. You're going golfing with a DE agent the night before."
Wow.
Yeah, the night before.
Wow.
On my encrypted phone. Wow. They have that discovery when they arrested me.
These guys know their shit.
They know their shit for sure. Wow. So I get there, I go to the golf course, and the golf course is empty. 7:00 is not normal. This place is like $500 a round. And I tell the caddy, he comes up and he says, "Mr. Hansen, welcome." And he's shaking like a fucking leaf. I go, "What's the matter, caddy?" I said, "Where is everyone?" He's like, "I don't know, Mr. Hansen." He's like shaking. He's nervous. I was like, "Oh, fuck." I give him my bag and I turn around. 15 FBI agents come out of the bushes. There's a helicopter in the sky. Put your hands in the air.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Damn. What year was that?
That was 10 years ago. That was September 11th to September 9th, 2015.
Wow.
Unreal.
Fuck, unbelievable. Everyone's like, "Man, were you nervous?" I said, "Fuck no, I wasn't nervous. It was finally over, man. It was like the biggest relief."
Yeah.
Like you think going to prison, you're scared, man. I was like relieved it was over. I no longer had to worry about working for them. I paid them back. You know, I did everything a man's supposed to do. Like when you go to
how many months was it after you paid them back that you got busted? Or you continued to keep
literally
going?
Like 2 months.
Oh,
wow. It was fast.
Wow.
And I had chips stacked with him. I had, millions and millions of dollars that he was sitting on for mine.
Were the agents there that you golfed with?
Yeah, they set me up. They were in the clubhouse acting like they're waiting for me to golf. So
did you see them with your own eyes?
Yeah, they arrested them. They pretended like this is how they do it. They arrest the guys. They put them in handcuffs, and then the fucking agent, the golfer, "Don't say a word, Owen. They don't got shit on us." I'm like, this motherfucker thinks I'm stupid, man. Like, come on.
Donnie
They put him in
Brasco.
handcuffs. They walk him. They take him to the same interrogation room in Carlsbad. I'm like, this motherfucker. He thinks I'm stupid.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was so bummed.
Are they playing you guys against each other at that point?
Oh, they're trying. They're like, but you already know. I already know. I'm like this. I knew. I smelled something from the get go when it was 12.5%. I smelled something when my buddies from Australia met him on the yacht. I knew I felt there was something wrong from the get go.
Yeah.
I knew it. I should have known it, but I just believed my friends over there. Like they believed it, and I was like, I'm just going to run with it.
And then through your arrest, how many people did they get?
They arrested. So I got arrested that day, and then 3 months later, they got me on a racketeering, which is a RICO. They got all the people in the gambling organization. So I had like 23 people arrested. They asked me, you got to give up the cartel. You got to tell us who you're working for, or we're going to go get your wife. We're going to do all this. I was like, dude, I ain't talking. You guys are crazy. I'm not going to sign a death certificate. And they're like, okay, it's going to get worse. And I didn't say shit. And 3 months later, they superseded me and they gave me a RICO indictment and they arrested all my friends.
Sorry, what does that mean?
Racketeering, influence, corrupt organization. It's what they charged like the mafia for.
So they just arrest your friends just by association?
So they arrest all my friends for association. Everyone, my accountant, my private investigator, my lawyer, my fucking everybody. 23 friends of mine, all arrested.
Wow.
And for...
Well, what they do is then they scare them. And they say, okay,
tell us everything.
You tell us everything and give us all Mr. Hansen's money. And if you don't, we're going to put you in jail. So that's how the government works.
Damn.
And then how long were they arrested for? Like a day or two? Or
yeah, they go like a day. They stay in jail for a day until they get bail. And then they go sing like canaries and say, yeah, this is what I have, Mr. Hansen. They got my accountant. He had like $1 million in gold, $1 million in cash, $2 million in silver. They're like, okay, you're his accountant? Well, where's all his money? And if you don't give us this money, we're going to put you in prison for 10 years.
And then how long did you go to jail for?
So I got sentenced to 21 years, and I ended up going for 10 years.
Wow.
Just because you were chill?
I mean, I wasn't chill. I just fucking hated every minute of it. But
how did you get out so much earlier?
Listen, the documentary tells it, right, Jason? Do you want to tell it on the show, or do you want to let them watch the documentary?
Yes. Why don't you tell them?
Yeah. So there's an attorney that was in Australia that was representing me, and he tried to get me to go forward and get the money back, the cash that we got picked off. Remember that $700,000 back cash? The attorney said, hey, if you go get the cash back, I'll get it back for you. He goes, I'll pay off the barristers. Barristers are like the judges. He goes, I'll pay them off.
Right. That is how.
He says, I got a good story. We'll lie to them. And he goes, if you do that, I'll just give you half and you keep half for yourself and I'll keep half for me. And I'm like, fuck it. I just lost $3.2 million of the cartel's money. I could use any dollar, right? So I went with this story. This lawyer told me, it's my lawyer. And he's like, okay, let's tell him this story and we'll get the money back. So I go lie to the police. And I'm like, man, you guys are crazy. I can't go tell the police. He goes, no, mate, it's not a U.S. matter. Don't worry. And I'm telling the police this fake story that was all made up. And literally, when I got arrested, the first part of my discovery was that interview of me going to the police, making up the story. So they arrest this lawyer in Australia. He's staying strong. He's not doing anything. He's taking it to trial, but I don't know it. For 5 years, I'm in prison. And they come and get me out of prison. They said, hey, would you be willing to testify against your crooked lawyer? And if you testify, we might be able to cut your sentence. Wow. And I'm like, fucking run it. Like, fuck it.
Right.
Like, this is like the best thing. In gambling, we call it a get back, right? Where you try to get your money back. And this guy got me practically indicted. Right? He made me make up the story.
Right.
Lie to authorities, like stuff you're not supposed to do.
Right.
How did you develop the ice protein in prison? I'm so curious.
Dude, that's a great question. So in prison, I like to hustle, right? I'm an entrepreneur. So I started like a ceviche business. I would make ceviche, which is like, you know what ceviche is, right? Yeah. And that hustle was good. And then one day I was like, man, I need another hustle.
I actually don't know what ceviche is.
No, ceviche is like it's like it's a salsa. Ceviche, you're not from California, huh?
No.
It's like a salsa with like fish in it, like raw fish.
Oh, that's why I don't know. Okay. I'm terrified of that.
Okay, that's
not your thing.
It's a Mexico thing. So that was a hustle, right? And then one day I was really healthy in prison. I would make protein shakes every day. And in prison, we don't have refrigeration. So we take a mop bucket. You know what a mop bucket is? Right? So we take a mop bucket and we put ice in there. And we put like our sodas in there, our vegetables, whatever we need to keep cold.
Wow.
And I used to make these protein shakes, right? And I'd make them in a peanut butter jar. And I'd dump milk in there. I put a little protein powder from the commissary, a little peanut butter, a little banana sliced up. And I'd shake them and I'd throw it in the mop bucket. So after my workout, I'd come to that mop bucket and I'd drink my protein shake.
Yeah.
It was fucking awesome. And one day we ran out of ice. The ice machine broke down, and we had like 2 inches of ice left. And my cellie, he says, man, just put some salt on there. And he says the salt will keep the ice cold. And he says, you don't need to go put any more ice. That'll last for like a couple hours. So I go to my workout, and I come back from the yard, and I get my protein shake, and that motherfucker's locked up, man. I was so pissed off. I said, man, I can't even fucking drink this thing, man. And I was fucking pissed, right?
Damn.
He said, bro, just fucking take the spoon and eat it like ice cream. I'm like, wait a minute.
So funny.
I was like, dude, we're fucking onto something. This is like protein ice cream. He's like, dude. I said, I think I found my new hustle.
That's really funny.
I'm fucking buying salt from every fucking person that has salt. I'm literally making protein shakes and selling these things frozen for $15 and calling them protein ice cream.
Dude, what I love about you is you
so
just
crazy.
find incredible ways. From putting wine, breaking the cocaine down is incredible. Doing the ice balls, and then also Dave, he went to USC on a volleyball scholarship.
Oh, wow, he was always pivoting.
He was great. He was great at.
Okay, that's enough of this.
He was great at volleyball.
I've had enough of this. Now I want you to teach me how to be a fucking influencer. I want to make some money.
You'd be great at it.
I want to make some money like this. This is great.
But then volleyball didn't work out, so he just.
I'm also selling drugs, by the way.
Dude, I might be doing some OnlyFans pretty soon here. I can't figure this thing out.
Nat would buy it.
Nat would probably buy it. So, okay. So,
but then he walked on to the football team. Like he keeps finding a way. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, but have you spoken to El Jefe since?
No, but listen, I got many messages from El Jefe when I was incarcerated from a lot of people that work for him, and they would come to me.
Oh my God!
And they'd shake my hand, and they said, "Hey, the boss says good work," and they would drop me off bags of like just goodies, like in prison,
wow.
Coffee, shoes. And
I
literally every time I went to a different prison, I would have someone from that cartel.
So he was very aware that you weren't ratting.
Oh yeah, he knew. Trust me, he's probably seen the documentary by now for sure.
Yeah, wait, how are you like, I'm going to do a documentary?
Well, because I don't ever, like you, Jason, I don't ever mention the cartel I work for.
No, you don't.
And I don't ever mention him.
Wow.
I'm never going to tell you or Natalie or Jason. Like
You sure?
It's not going to happen.
No, Nat, we don't want to know.
No, I
Keep it to yourself.
We want to stay
and if
safe.
the cartel's listening, he didn't tell us. We don't know.
We don't want to know nothing.
And you guys just keep doing your thing. Okay, so that's crazy. Is there ever... Well, I guess you can't go back to it, and you definitely can't.
We're not going to go back to it.
What are you going to do now?
I'm going to sell the fucking ice cream like crack in the 80s. Protein ice cream. Where is there protein ice cream?
No, I agree. I had this ice cream. It's fucking delicious.
Dude, his buddy had it at the show.
24-hour fitness.
Yeah, Burbank. That was like my second location.
They can go to your website and buy it?
Yeah, direct to consumer.
What's the website?
CaliforniaIceProtein.com. And we literally ship it to your doorstep.
Damn.
It's like Amazon.
How many kilos can you ship?
Dude, I 6 cases. I make them buy $100 worth to make it worth my effort because it's expensive, dude.
Yeah.
Dry ice is a bitch.
Yeah.
Well,
I tell people
what business was tougher?
This logistics is way harder than the cocaine business. I swear. People, you got to think about it. 24 hours, I have to have it frozen.
Yeah.
So if I move a pallet of ice cream to New York, it has to be frozen at minus 20 the whole time. If I move a pallet of cocaine in New York, I don't have to worry about the fun. It doesn't have to be frozen.
How much cocaine were you doing when you were moving it, or were you not a big user?
I was a big cokehead. Dude, I would have an 8-ball on me every day. And whoever I was with, I would like, here, let's have some. Like, I was an animal.
Really? Just throughout the day?
Yeah, I would go golf. I'd do a bump. I'd go to Medeo's or Mr. Chow's. We'd fucking do a bump and just we partied. We gave that VIP service to everybody that was with us.
So everyone around you was aware that you were doing that.
My close niche knew,
Yeah.
right? But nobody knew I was working for the cartel. Everyone thought I was in the gambling business.
Got it.
You can't just go tell your friends that you're working for the cartel. No one knew.
Yeah.
I had like maybe 5 guys that knew that just were very tight with me that work for me.
I just can't I can't get over the fact that this cartel boss is like watching this documentary on Amazon, and he's like, he better not have said anything.
No, for sure, 100%. He for sure was looking at that.
Yeah.
1,000%. There's no doubt.
But like, okay, well, I mean, he fucking really trusts you.
I mean, if you see the documentary, you'll see there's no foul play. Like you'll be able to see like, wow, he really fucking did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think there'll be a movie about you?
Yeah, I'm literally 2 weeks ago we talked to the producers from Wolf of Wall Street. And it was supposed to be an hour phone call, and it ended up being 3 hours. Wow. And then the guys from Entourage, obviously Mark Wahlberg's team, from Entourage and Ballers, we have meetings like every month about like they're trying to do like a scripted series.
Yeah.
So like an Entourage.
That's so sick. That's
that would
like
be fun. I'd have Natalie as my date.
Hell yeah.
my girl.
Natalie's single. Are you single?
Yeah, I'm single. Of course I'm single.
This is a big opportunity. Natalie,
this is where it all happened.
And Natalie's fun.
Yeah.
She's really fun.
You're a big football player, cocaine, past drug dealer. This is right up our alley.
11, she can get you.
Yeah, 11.
She'll get you
Natalie gets free tables
for
at
life at 11.
I love it.
We can do
free tables for
life
life at
if it doesn't
11.
The one perk.
Wow. Okay. This is great. Well, thank you for coming by and sharing
Thanks
everything.
for having me.
Dude,
Thanks
thank
for
you.
this-
And
thanks for
again,
this
not
podcast.
telling us
Wow.
who El Jefe is. And,
Very clear.
damn. Okay, that's crazy. I'm just trying to think if I've forgotten anything else. Now you have unlimited freedom.
Well, not
Based-
unlimited.
not unlimited,
Like
but-
I have to report if I leave the state. Like if Natalie and I go to Vegas next week. We got to report it. We got to call the PO now.
Wow.
If we
We'll be good.
if we go out of the country now, that's really hard. I'm trying to work on that right now. Trying to pay
Shoot.
back.
We're planning a big international birthday trip for me in a couple weeks.
Wow,
That
where
might
you
be a little
gonna
tough. Cabo,
Oh,
Mexico.
we will get the red carpet if we go there. Don't worry about that. We will have security.
Boss, I think Owen's flying to Cabo.
We have him and Natalie landing right now.
Nat, Sicario on the left. Sicario on the left.
Well, yeah, FBI agents are not like that. I love Cabo. That's fine. Well, thank you for joining us.
no
Owen.
problem,
This was
guys.
really, really fucking crazy.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, congrats on literally. I mean, congrats on experiencing life and then also learning a crazy lesson and fucking making ice cream.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
When life gives you
Crazy.
cocaine, make ice cream.
That's right. That's right.
And then Owen, where can people find you?
The official CA Kid for Instagram and for all socials, and then the ice cream brand is at California Ice Protein.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. And we'll see you guys next time.